Top 5 shaders for MCPE 1.19. Starting off with the Universal Pack Shader. When you first load into this shader, you'll immediately notice that we get brighter lighting and darker defined shadows as well. You'll notice that the colors are actually made to be more saturated, which definitely does look amazing. We also have this new photorealistic sky over here with a new and enhanced sun right over there that looks absolutely amazing. In terms of the water, here's how it does look like. It does look pretty good in my opinion, but if you go underwater, here's how things do look like. But if you actually go ahead and set it to sunset, you'll notice that we get an incredibly beautiful sunset right over here. You can see so many shades of yellow. The lighting from the sunset is actually being reflected on the actual like terrain and stuff like that. And the lighting of this shader is made to be way more smoother as well. Take a look at this, boys. As you can tell, the lighting is just very bright. Next up, we have the BGRD shader right over here. When you first load into the shader, you'll notice that the lighting is made to be incredibly bright, and we also have darker defined shadows. And what's really cool is that unlike the other shader, the colors are not very saturated. Another cool thing that I just realized is that we actually have new wavy leaf animations in this shader, which just looks so amazing. We have a new sky over here with nice photorealistic clouds as well, which definitely does add to the realism of the shader over here. As you can tell, the water is made to be like far more transparent. You can see through it more. Also, we get this like new like animation. Go underwater, here's how things do look like. We actually are able to see things way better in this shader. Even though the shadows are a bit more subtle, they're still there and they're definitely way more defined, and that does make this shader far more better in my opinion. And here's how the sunset looks like. It looks absolutely fantastic. We have a nice photorealistic sun over there, and we're able to see so many different shades of yellow, all that good stuff. But yeah, you will also notice that there's this really cool fog effect of the shader as well, which definitely does make it better. But in terms of the lighting, it is also made to be incredibly bright and incredibly smooth as well. Next up, we have the Minimalistic graphics shader over here. Now this actually is a shader meant for lower end devices. Regardless, this is still an amazing shader, and we do get brighter lighting and darker defined shadows as well. I also really like how some of the colors are made to be more saturated, such as the color of the leaves. They definitely do look nice in my opinion. And also, we once again do have more darker shadows as well. It's a bit more subtle, but the point is there is still shadows. You also notice that we get more of a cartoonish like sky over here. You can see all of the different clouds, and also we have that nice beautiful like rounded sun right over there, which definitely does add to the shader. But if you go underwater, here's how things do look like. They do look pretty traditional. So I really like how we get this really cool fog effect everywhere we go, so it definitely does add to the atmosphere of the game. And here is how the sunset does look like. As you can tell, the sunset is made to be like incredibly bright, and of course it is more round as well, but we're able to see all the different shades of yellow over here. No surprise, the lighting of the shader is made to be incredibly smooth as well, so this is really the deal. Next up, we have the KGDR shader over here. This is another phenomenal shader that does look absolutely amazing. We get brighter lighting and slightly more darker defined shadows over here. I really love the sky as well. The sky is made to be photorealistic, which is definitely super duper cool. And also we have this really cool fog effect as well. And my favorite thing definitely has to be the sunset. The sunset of this shader looks so nice in my opinion. Look at that, boys. We have so many different shades of orange, more orange than yellow actually. And you will notice behind us that the moon will slightly go up as well, which is definitely pretty cool. And also here is how the lighting does look like. Next up, we have the HYRD graphics right over here. Now this shader is actually really unique because we get way more saturated colors, as you're able to tell over here, and of course some brighter lighting and more subtle darker defined shadow. Here is how the water of the shader does look like. It does look pretty good in my opinion. In terms of the actual sky, it's pretty similar to the vanilla Minecraft. However, we do get a brand new diamond shaped sun over there, which definitely does add to the uniqueness. But here's how the sunset does look like. As you can tell, we have the diamond shaped sun right over there, and we have so many different shades of orange, yellow, all that good stuff. See you later, French fries.